Shalom everyone. This is Egypt in Scripture. This video, I took a lot of time to prepare for this video, and first and foremost, I need to apologize right now if I get a little upset, because I can't believe I have to do this video. It's unbelievable, and I honestly cannot believe I have to do this video. But in this video, I'm going to go over things our people should know. You should already know this, and I'm gonna try to keep from getting upset in this video. I'm gonna try to do this as smoothly as I can, but I know I'm going to get a little upset, so I ask you to forgive me for getting upset before I even get there. Egypt in Scripture. Why we don't know about Egypt in Scripture? Okay, yes, we're slaves. We're in the land, most of us still in the land, scattered all in the world, in captivity. And we didn't have shepherds. This was one of the very first videos that I've done. If you understand that, you will understand why we walk in ignorance. Some of the things people say. Listen at this. Here's a list of some of what people say. Nowhere to flee. We have nowhere to flee. Babylon is everywhere. And you hear this coming from people that calling themselves Israelites, and they're teaching their people Babylon is everywhere. Come out of her means spiritually. Come out of her means spiritually, and also come out of her system. It's not saying come out of her physically. This is what they're teaching their people. It says come out of her system. And this last one, one of the questions I got, where is the wilderness? That was actually a very good question. Out of all those other things people are saying, where is the wilderness? That was a very good question that someone came and asked. And all these things will be revealed through these series of videos. I have many scriptures that I must go over. I'm going to break this down just like I did the Dead Sea Scrolls video, the community rule. I'm gonna break it down and I'm gonna piece it up. These 15 minutes is not enough time to put all of this together with one video. It's not enough. I need a lot of time. I'm gonna take my time with this, and I'm gonna go through this. Once I finish this, hopefully I will get no more questions. I know new people, you come to this channel, you haven't been here but a couple weeks, a couple months, and you don't really have an understanding of what's going on, and you have no guidance, you have no direction. I understand. And I understand you're going to come asking me questions. I've already answered them in previous videos. Okay. I'm going to go over some of these words. It's many things I'm going to go over, but what I'm going to do in the midst of these videos, I'm going to go over these words. Refuge. Go. Come, flee, move, get out. I will be going over each one of these words. I'm going to break them down and explain to them to you. Because what the people did in Scripture, this is what they did. They went, they came out, they flee, they moved, they got out, they went away. Physically, they went away. And I'm going to prove this is an actual physical thing. And this is something I've done before, and again, I can't believe I have to go over this once again. I'm spinning wheels. The Most High is giving me messages you would not believe, and I need to get those out. Those are the messages I want to get out. But this needs addressing. People, for the life of me, I don't understand. You're being, I say it all the time, you're being led astray, and people don't know when they are being led astray. And how can we not know the importance of Egypt? All of these scriptures, everything I'm gonna go over, I promise you, and you're gonna hear me say this over and over, this is milk. This is milk. It's unbelievable I have to give you milk. And I understand it's people waking up to the truth. I understand that. But I tell you, you need to study and read and research for yourself. What we have here is the land of Egypt. This is Egypt. Okay? This is Goshen. And we understand what the land, this was the land of Canaan at the time. And I'm going to go through and show you this whole area here and how it was used with scripture. Another thing, don't be listening to a man that's teaching you something and he's not bringing forth scripture. You're going to talk for hours and you only bring 1 or 2 scriptures. That's what they did in Christianity. We're done. We're finished with that. Okay, let me go on here. Like I said, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to go through this. And I'm going to piece it up piece by piece. Egypt occurs in scripture 611 times. How do we not understand this? How do we not understand the importance of Egypt and all that Egypt has to offer to his people? 611 times in 558 verses. This is why we don't know about Egypt. Jeremiah 50:6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have led them astray. Again, this is what I told you when I said, don't believe someone else, because they will lead you astray. And he's saying, my people are lost sheep. I told you, we're lost people. We're lost, almost without hope. And he opened our eyes and we still acting as there's no hope. It says they have turned away on every mountain. They have gone from mountain to hill. They forgot their resting place. We forgot our resting place, meaning we don't know where we're supposed to be. We have no idea where we are supposed to be. We don't know our place of refugee. We don't know our place of safety and protection. We don't know. But all through the scripture, he told us the same thing. Remember how I brought the children of Yahuah out of the land of Egypt. Remember. Why are we having Passover? Why did they have Passover year after year after year? Remember. And I'm gonna go over that over and over and over. Okay. This is something that it's in the Quran. And this is something that the Muslims believe. Now, is this true? I believe it is. I believe this is true. Many of what's in the Quran, and I'm reading the Quran, I'm like halfway finished. And I have to do that because I'm talking to people that's Muslims. Okay, most of the Quran that I'm reading is they believe in all the prophets. They believe in the scripture, but they believe the scriptures are tainted. And they are correct. The scriptures have been tainted. They know this. They told me this, that the scriptures have been tainted. And that's why they shouldn't read out of the scriptures. But what's in the Quran, they believe it's untainted, it's perfect. So they have a lot of scriptures of what the prophets have quoted, and they believe the prophets. So this is Idris. Idris, that's another thing. Talking to the people that's in the Muslim world, they're Muslims. If you call a name out in the scriptures, they will not know that name. But if you know the name they use, then they will know. Idris is Enoch. They realize Enoch was the first to write, the first scribe. They understand everything about it. But this is the story of Enoch. It says he was born in Babylon. That's why it sounds very familiar to scripture. In the city of present-day Iraq. Before he received revelation, he to follow the rules of the prophet Seth, son of Adam. Okay, he grew older and he got prophethood. During his lifetime, it have all the peoples were Muslims. We know that's not true. No association partners with the Most High. Afterwards, Idris left his hometown of Babylon. So here's Idris. Here's Enoch leaving his hometown, Babylon. And a great number of people, it says, because of the great number of people committed many sins. Sounds like Babylon today. And the reason we need to leave that place because it's a great number of people committing many sins. And you're going to find out, now when I finish, you will find out this thing have nothing to do with leaving her spiritually. I will prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt with scripture and not just talking. For there are many sins even after he told them not to do so. So I just told them, Enoch told them not to do so, and they did it anyway. And listen, here's another good point. Listen at this. It was hard for them to leave their homes. The people that left with him, it says it was hard for them to leave their home. Now, this is for us today. Many people fighting against coming out of her because it's hard for them to leave their home. their life of comfortability, putting down their life and everything they have, everything they own. They asked the prophet Enoch, if we leave Babylon, where will we find a place like it? Oh my goodness. You see, this is our people. This is our people operating in ignorance. If we leave America, if we leave Babylon, where are we going to find a place like that? Babylon at this time, it was flourishing. It was ruling. It was ruling. It was very, very powerful. It was very beautiful. It became one of the 7 wonders of the world. So this was a place you want to be. And they're asking, where can we find a place like it? Look what I just said. Look what Enoch says. If we immigrate for the sake of the Most High, He will provide for us. If you leave Babylon for the sake of the Most High because He's commanded you to, He will provide for you. So the people went with the prophet Enoch, and they left until they reached the land of Egypt. Now this is the part I want you to this is the part I want you to get. They left Babylon. They came out of Babylon and they went until they reached the land of Egypt. They saw the Nile River, and that's when Idris he spoke to the Most High when they got to that river. Now that sounds just like the account of Abraham. Genesis 12. It says, it started first verse. Now Yahuah said to Abram, get out of your country. Abraham was in Babylon. And the Most High told Abraham, get out of Babylon. He was telling him to flee Babylon. Not that he was going to destroy Babylon. He was telling him to separate yourselves from these sinful people. The same thing I just read to you what Idris did, Enoch did. He's saying come out from these sinful people. He says he's telling them to separate yourself from the abominations of the people and the land. And this is what he's doing. From your father's house to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation. We know the story. I will barak you. I will barak those that barak you and curse those that curse you. And all the families of the earth shall be barak. So we know the story. And where did he end up? Of course, we know he ended up in Egypt. And this is something, it looks like the same story that we just read. It looks like the same story we just read from Idris. Verse 10. Now the famine was in the land, and Abraham went down to Egypt. You see these words? Go out of the land. I'm going to break them down later. You just remember those words. Go. He went down to, he did nothing spiritual. What are you talking about? We live on earth. Stop being so heavenly minded. You know, you're heavenly minded. You know earthly good. Cut it out. Don't listen to these people when they talking this flea spiritual stuff, because it's nothing. There is not one scripture. Let me mention this. There is not one scripture in the Bible that support nowhere to flee. Babylon is everywhere. Come out of her spiritually. Come out of her system. There is no scripture to support any of those. Where is it? Please show me. Where is the scripture? Again, he said, get out. That word, get out. Let me go to this word so we can understand. You know, we may get an understanding of the people in the Bible. Yes, they moved. I can prove, he's showing and prove that they moved. They got out. They moved. But funny, when it comes to us, we don't know. We think, no, we're not to move. We're to stay. This Hebrew word Strong's 32:12, and it's yalak, and this is what it means: to go, walk, come. So this is what he did: to go, to walk, come, depart, proceed, move, go away. This is what Abraham did. This is what Abraham did when he said, get out of your country. He had to go. He had to leave. This is physical. Everything I'm going to show you, you will see beyond a shadow of a doubt. This is a physical thing that we're talking about, and not this spiritual thing that people are teaching in error.